So another important concept for a process is process control block. Okay, we have studied definition of the process, and we have studied various process states. Then third one is process control block. Each process is associated with a memory area or a space which is referred as process control block. Okay, normally in computer world, the word block indicates a small storage area or a small space in which we can store some informations or a set of bytes. Okay, normally referred as 256 bytes, like that block. Okay, 64 bytes or 256 bytes or 1024 bytes, like that you can have a block, a storage area. Okay, each and every process is represented in OS by this PCB. So each and every process is associated with one block called process control block. What are the contents available in process control block? Okay, process ID, like file name, we are having inside main memory, we are having process ID. There we are not talking about process name. Okay, system will always consider the ID only, process ID. Then process state, just now I have informed. Okay, whether it is in running state or waiting state or ready to run state or new state, whatever it may be. Then program counter, already we have discussed. Register information, of course, instruction register or stack pointer or program counter or accumulator, whatever it may be. Then scheduling information that we will discuss in the last topic of second unit. Memory information we will study in the third unit. Accounting information, corresponding details, date created, date modified, size of the file, type of the file, extension of the file, and the status information related to IO. Okay, completion state or error state, like that, it will have the information. So each and every process is associated with one block called process control block, which contains all these informations. This is one representation. This is another representation. See, process states, process number, program counter, various registers, memory limits. Here only we will have this memory related information. List of open files. Here we will have status information related to IO. Okay, or accounting information, both are same. This is another very important part A question or part A. This concept already I have discussed in the process state. The process, when process P0 is in execution, okay, is in execution, and because of some interrupt or because of some event, the process is getting suspended because CPU will sit idle. So the save state into process control block 0. So what does it mean? Here we are having some register information, correct? Here we are having stack register also. So what does it mean? Store the current state of the process, whether it is in running state or waiting state or whatever it may be, okay, into process control block 0. So P0 will have one process control block and P1 will have one process control block. So corresponding information will be stored in PCB of process P0. At that time, process P1 will sit idle. After completing the process PB1, that is a process control block of process 1, will be given to the CPU. Okay, to say it simply, P0 and P1 is available. P0 is execution in CPU. So it needs some requirement. So I am saving the state of the process in PCB0. Okay, and I am coming out of the CPU. Now what will happen? P1 will load the data that is available in PCB1 and that will get to the CPU. Then it is executing for some time. Once this P0 is ready, P1 will be removed from CPU and the P0 will be allocated the CPU. Okay, so this is the time required to save the state of the process. Once that time is completed, another process will be allocated. So now during this period, process P0 will be executing. Okay, same concept of function subroutine.